friends, it's me, Johnny Fox, here with some more Fox Tales, and this week's guest may look a little bit familiar to some of you, but I'm just going to throw it straight over to him and let him tell you a little bit more about who he is and what he does. Well, I'm Johnny Fox, and I have a social media pop culture celebration page, movies, music, video games, all the fun stuff. In a past life, I like to think I was a bit of a rock star, but those days are behind me. Rock star, eh? So let's dig into that past life, as you say. But still, I'm going to dig deep. We're going to get all up inside. Well, I guess growing up there was always music on around our house. Older brother, mom, dad. There was just a lot of music around. So no musicians, but a lot of music around. Beatles, Stones, Animals. You know the '60s shit from the parents. The '80s. The mod stuff. Brother's a big mod. Live a mod, born a mod, live a mod, die a mod. All of that. Into that and a bit of punk stuff. And so, yeah, I think at some point one of us was probably going to become a musician. At least give it a go. A lot of music, going on. So, yeah, not one particular band or anything. Just a lot of music. So, I decided to pick up a guitar. All right, so you want to name drop some of the artists you were listening to at the time, maybe back in the day, that made you go, I could do that. I think I could do that. Who was that? Uh, um, Honestly, really not one. I wouldn't give credit to one particular artist. I think I developed very eclectic tastes. Pretty young, really early on, which I think is a good thing. I think everybody should have. Went from the pop music, the stuff here on the radio, crouched over the radio with the top 40 on a Sunday, waiting to record your favorite songs. Shh, not supposed to do that. And nobody, the DJ doesn't talk over them too much. All of that. To going a little more outside the box and finding the less mainstream. The punk, the metal, all of that. Guitar as an instrument of choice, I think probably just because most of the artists would be guitar orientated. That I listen to. If it's Prince, if it's Michael Jackson, not Michael himself, but if you're watching a Michael Jackson concert live or anything, you've got even Lita Ford shredding up the stage. So the obvious guitar bands, the punk bands, the rock bands. So guitar seems to be like the common denominator. So guitar will do. Making the jump, however, from learning to play guitar to wanting to be in a band, I would say, I don't want to use the G word, so I'm gonna say like the sub pop sort of bands. That was a big deal because that was I'm a little bit too young to have really been there for the punk movement, or certainly the first wave of the punk movement, and the sub pop era bands were probably like the closest thing for my generation. A similar attitude, a social conscience, an energy and a passion and an integrity to the music that rocks but also has something to say. I really like that. So that was definitely a thing. And learning to play an instrument, like probably most instruments, but guitar definitely. But you learn by learning to play your favorite songs, and the discovery that an awful lot of my favorite songs were incredibly fucking simple, incredibly easy to play. So really quickly going, well, I know all three of those chords already. In fact, I know a few more than that. So I can do this, because the arrogance of youth. Um, I'm thinking, yeah, I could do that. I could be in a band. But I also think if I say this, I always wanted to be in a band. I think something that maybe that separates me from a lot of other people you might interview. I wanted to be in a band. I didn't want to be, never wanted to be, ever, ever, ever. It was never a thought for a second did I want to be like the world's greatest guitarist or anything like that, or revered for my guitar playing abilities. I wanted to be in a band. There's a difference. It might be kind of subtle, but there's a difference. I'll try and articulate it. I wanted to be in a band. I wanted to be part of something. I wanted the collaborative, cooperative, brother, sisterhood, camaraderie. I thought I saw uh, in the sub pop bands and read about early bands like the Clash. Um, that the thick as thieves, the whole fucking on stage kind of telepathy, yeah, brothers in arms and all that kind of thing, really, really appealed to me. I thought music was a way to get that as a bit of a loser geek or whatever, not the biggest circle of friends. Maybe I thought music was my way in to find my people or some shit. But I always loved that. I wanted to be in a band, yeah, just a part of a band, just an ingredient, just a cog in that machine. That was always okay with me. Never had the ego. Didn't want to be, everybody look at me. I'm a guitar god. I always hated that shit. I mean, I love a good solo as much as the next guy. A face melting, shredding fucking solo. I love all that. It's great. I never really wanted to do that. I just wanted to play in a band. Be part of that, whatever that is. Wasn't even sure what that really is, but kind of wanted to be a part of it. And the amount of ego that I had at the time, that would have been enough if I could achieve that. Oh, that's interesting. So you took your three chords and went off to seek your fortune, and just join bands, advertise for bands, wanted to be in bands. Did you start as a lot of people do, uh, doing the cover, doing their simple, stupidly simple cover versions first, or go straight into writing original music? Oh fuck yeah, straight into original music. I mean, excuse me, all the bands I was listening to wrote their own stuff. So if you're going to be in a band, that's what you do. It was the simple logic of, well, those bands write their own, so we should write our own. I only ever really wanted to be in an original band. Writing, however, wasn't the thing that I did. I learned to play guitar, a bit of guitar, all three chords worth of guitar. Um, Not the songwriting. The songwriting, I think I probably can maybe credit some bands with that, making me think I can do that. Not because I thought I could do it as good as these artists, but the way they spoke to me, I thought, oh, you can write songs like that. As David Bowie, because I like the fact that you could be arty and abstract, and William Burroughs about things. And I was a huge, well, am still a huge Wild Hearts fan, and Ginger Wildheart and his songwriting and storytelling and communication with some humor as well, and some approaching very serious subjects, and was incredibly relatable. And I was like, oh, you can write songs like that. Like, it's not all just girls, 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 or whatever. Pop songs or love songs. Songs can be. Songs can be kind of funny. It doesn't have to be Satan or whatever with the metal stuff. It can be, pretty relatable, down to earth stuff. Maybe a touch of politics or whatever, because isn't everything. But yeah, that just made me want to, or think that I could at least try, and maybe even some of the sub pop bands. Maybe at least think I could try and write songs, which is ridiculous. The ego on this kid. Go back and kick him in the balls. Tell him no. Don't waste your time. Nobody's listening. Nobody's ever going to listen. No, it was good. And So I tried. Yeah, I tried to write songs. I thought I had something to say. I still think I have something to say. Well, you still have something to say. Um, Begs the question, maybe to perhaps bookend this particular topic. So, what inspired you to not be in a band anymore? Oh, that's an easy answer. Heartbreak, soul destroyed. It's a hard business, kids. No, not that I ever really wanted to be number one or anything. But like I said, I wanted to be in a band. Didn't want to be me. Didn't want to be Johnny Foxx, greatest guitar hero. Just wanted to be in a band. That requires other people, and that's a lot of faith, a lot of trust you put in other people. And when they let you down, as anyone who's tried being in a band will no doubt be too painfully aware of this. It sucks. It sucks ass. Finding that the creative differences. It's cliche, it's dumb, but it's true. Uh, Finding the people being on that wavelength, heart and soul, everything, because it is creative, but it's personal. You've got to spend a lot of time with these people. Traveling around, maybe stuck in the back of shitty vans, locked up in terrible hotel rooms, or miles away from home in strange towns. So you better like them. It helps immensely if you like these people on both a personal and a professional level. And finding that balance is not the easiest thing in the world, and to last as well. It's not easy, and I struggle to do that many times. The very definition of insanity, repeating the same thing and expecting different results. Uh, so yeah, it just got too much. I also think I did most of the things I kind of generally wanted to achieve. I think I sort of achieved on a small scale, maybe, but did it. I've had a ton of experiences. I have a ton of stories, which I won't bore you with here today. But I've seen a guy piss sideways. Right, you've got to be involved in rock and roll to see that. But yeah, you just couldn't take it anymore. Couldn't take the it's ups and downs. It's ups and downs. As is life. I know. Just too many downs, not enough ups. Couldn't take it anymore. And I don't know. I really think I just wasn't actually all that good at it. When push comes to shove, I'm not shitting on myself. I'm not putting myself down. I've done that in the past. It's no good. It's terrible. Don't do it, kids. Just say no. Um, it's bad, but I don't. Yeah, I did. I'm very a lot more positive, upbeat person. I'm fucking great, right? There, I said it. Um, but yeah, as a musician, I've seen so many other musicians, so many other bands, guitar players, singers, keyboard players, trombonists, fucking whatever, that are just so much better than I ever was or ever could be. At some point you have to go, look, I tried, I did it, I get points for trying, and I've got a ton of cool stories and shit about it and experience, and it served me well and made me the man I am today, or whatever. But that was that. Yeah, it came to kind of a natural end in a sense, and yeah, so I had a few wilderness years, and now I'm back doing social media shit. Social media shit, huh? That's the best kind of shit. Um, so tell us about that. Tell us about your social media empire that you're building. Empire, yes, yes. Good, good. The force is strong with you. Yeah. Yeah. Just social media empire. No. Yeah. I just yeah. After years of doing fuck all about anything for anyone really, and it was A story like many, many others, because I didn't want to mention the G word earlier. I don't really want to mention the C word either. Not cunnilingus. We had I don't know want to mention the P word either. I think you know where I'm going with this. There was like a couple of years where people were locked down, whatever, and a lot of people did a lot of soul searching, or a lot of people were just bored and looking for something to do. So one of the things that struck me was like everybody was suddenly watching YouTube or other social media platforms are available, and everybody and the mother was becoming a streamer, a broadcaster, whatever. And like 99.9% of them were shit. I didn't stop them being super successful or whatever. More power to them. I'm sure people probably maybe think I am, which is fine. But yeah, that definitely, more than the music, that definitely made me just look at these people and go, I can do better than that. And I speak better than they do. I'm funnier than they are. I'm prettier than they are. Uh, so I'm more knowledgeable than they are. And if I don't have the knowledge, I will research it instead of running my mouth and being full of shit and getting it all wrong like they are. That was a big wind up. Um, People just being wrong. Like they don't. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. That's opinion. But if you're speaking and you're speaking factually and you're wrong, then it's wrong. So yeah, so that wound me up. So I kind of thought, what could I do? How could I do that? What if I was going to do something like that? And it had been like literally years, a number of years. I'm not going to give the exact number, but it's been a number of years since I've been on stage or anything performing. And I think the kind of I had no intention of getting back in a band. That was done. It's done. It's dead. Gone. People ask me about it all the time. No, not happening. But there's still a certain performance itch that kind of needs scratching. And I had this crazy, well, not crazy, because, there's a million or more people doing it around social media, but I had this idea that I too could also do a show that people might like to watch, just talking about pop culture and stuff like that. It struck me every week I'd go around to a friend's house, me and Scott, and it'd be like movie night or binge watch night, and whatever series or franchise, trilogy, or whatever we were going to watch. These nights used to go on way too long, way too late, because all it took was just to not really be in touch all that much during the week, busy work, lives, and all that. And they go around. So just catching up. I said, oh, did you see the trailer for this that dropped? Did you see that? Oh, we're talking about the film, we're reminiscing about the film, we're talking and we're laughing and we're joking. And it's like, it's about time we probably actually put the fucking film on, shut up and watched it. And it kind of struck me that our conversations that I really enjoyed having with my friend were like better than the sort of podcasts, interviews, live streams, chats, that a lot of people were doing. I'm just like, if you just fucking stuck a camera, in front of me and Scott, and we just do what we do, like no performance required, no script, it's just natural, it's what we do. And I think we're fucking better than people are out there making money at this shit. And we could just do it, we're only ever really going to do it for fun. That didn't quite go according to plan. We set things up. We set up the social media pages. We started posting. We had an idea to do basic posts, which is what I still do. It's daily posts like the celebrity birthdays, movie release dates, video game release days. On this day section. Not for like everything that ever happened, because that's stupid. Just genuinely for things that we like. Not chasing what's the hot topic is, just for stuff that we like. So not, like I like Johnny Depp, and I'll post about Johnny Depp, but Johnny Depp doesn't necessarily need like my help. Oh, maybe he does right now. I don't know. He's been on some hard times. Anyway, um, but yeah, so we just post this stuff, and we'd have little themed sections as well that we might do, like whether it's like a in memoriam or a Thursday on a Thursday, where we might post like animals and creatures, because it's furry or whatever, and stuff. And once a week we do this video of just us shooting the shit about like the week's sort of geek news or what we'd personally watched over that week or whatever. So that didn't happen. After telling you what didn't happen, what's the point in that? What I do is I'm supposed to promote what I am doing, right? That's how this works. So what I do, eventually, Jaja. Um, I just took, so I went flying solo, and I just did these daily posts, some themes that come and go when I think about it. Friday fight night, kind of like the old celebrity death match. That's deep cuts for anyone. And then after I've been doing this for a while, again, that performance itch needed scratching. And talking to the camera is really fucking weird. Just talking to the camera. Having a conversation with you, that's fine. That's easy. That's great. I love that. Just talking to the camera, that's very uncomfortable and very awkward. So I couldn't do that. So I had the idea, if I haven't got a partner that I can do this with, if I can't be a dynamic duo, then I'd have to get guests. But that could be good, a revolving door of various random people, whoever I can grab that week. And I started doing that. I started reaching out to start with friends within the like sort of pool of musicians that I know, and quickly start to reach out to whoever. If I've just found people as such as social media and the algorithms, and it showed me people, really, really fucking cool people, turned out to be really great, inspiring people, great photographers, digital artists, musicians, painters, uh, uh, people involved in fashion, all sorts of stuff, at robotics. Talked to a guy, he built his own fucking life-size Johnny Five with voice and every. Oh man! So yeah, it's been a bit of a journey. It's a bit different, but it's been very very cool. Oh, that sounds like a ton of fun. I'm sure you have a great time doing that. I know I do. So if people want to check this out, they can get you in the usual places, right? You're on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all of that. Yeah, as you say, pretty much everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I go live on Instagram because when I started, Instagram was the only platform that would let me. All the other platforms were like, if you get 7 billion subs, then we'll let you uh, do live streaming. Instagram was like, go for it, dude. Nobody's watching. It's okay. It's fine. Doesn't cost me anything. Have at it. So I did. So I kind of made that my home for what it's worth. My little corner of the internet and my small but quality fan base, if I can even use that term. I kind of made those people via Instagram. So I kind of like it. But I upload to YouTube. It's available on Facebook as well. That's like Instagram for old people. um, so yeah, I'm kind of everywhere. People who know me, I'm a big Kevin Smith fan. Kevin Smith runs his social media empire under the moniker of that Kevin Smith. So in order to rip that off without quite ripping it off, I decided that I would be the Johnny Foxx with a double X, two X's. Johnny Foxx, two X's, the underscore Johnny Foxx, double X. One because there's an X in Fox, and an extra one for the X Files because it's the X Files, right? And that's you get all my shite. Basically, this. Yeah, well, this It has been great. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to let you get off. Just a couple more things. If you had a theme tune that played, when you enter a place, when you arrive somewhere, maybe kind of like a, like a pro wrestling entrance or something, what would that be? Oh, great question. And is it wrong if I don't need any thinking time about that whatsoever? It'd be Tribe by the Mad Capsule Markets. Simple. Love that tune. If you don't know it, look it up, kids. Mad Capsule Markets, best band you've never heard of. All right, no, not sad at all. I think about these things. It's fair to assume other people think about these things as well. So I am going to let you go. I don't know how you do this part of your show, but I end my show with a catchphrase. The trick is, I don't say it, you do. Bear with me. So I'll give you your line, and you can do this however you want. You can do it comedically, you can do it with a celebrity impersonation if you have one. Now would be the time, or just whatever you want. Scream it, shout it, do it erotically. Mwah, if needs be. Whatever tickles your fancy. Your line is, till next time, keep it foxy. Oh, no, it's been great. It's been a pleasure to be here. I feel like we've really connected. I feel like we have known each other forever. We could be we're one and the same, you and I. That's great. So till next time, keep it foxy. Okay. Here we go. Till next time, keep it foxy. Oh, wonderful, great stuff. Again, thank you very much indeed for spending some of your hard-earned time with me. It is the most precious currency we have, and we all just spend it. Kids, that was the Johnny Foxx, the underscore Johnny Foxx. You can get him all across your social media platforms. Check him out. Pretty cool guy. I'll definitely have him on here again. But till next time, keep it foxy.